everybody, welcome back to Burning Rubber Garage. We're in the GTO. It has already been a month, and honestly, I haven't done much but fine tweak this car. We've got a little bit of the hesitation sorted out. We're a little better, so when you hit the gas, she really rips now. We still got just a little hesitation at a very light throttle. As soon as you give it past, I think it's about 8% now, might be 7% throttle, it takes off. There's a couple things I want to look into. Fuel pressure, make sure we got the right setup in the system, and then just adjust. I may not have the front and rear blades adjusted. I guess that's a thing on these. So let's take this thing for a cruise. These roads are pretty narrow. That's probably the, ooh, he's got a couple Corvettes and stuff hidden under that barn. You gotta love it out here. There's a lot of gold mines out here as far as cars go. We'll bring our speeds down a little bit. There must be a bunch of stuff on the road we keep smashing, huh? I want to be able to see that I got a clear shot to kind of hit the gas. So. I don't really want to do it by people's homes because that's not very nice, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So. Big straight gets up and goes. Temperatures outside today 90, pretty good humidity. I think we're staying fairly cool, so that's good. My little gauge fell off my knee. I like to keep it on my knee because I don't know where to mount it. I don't really want to put holes in the GTO's dash to hold this stupid atomic EFI gauge. So I'll bring it back up here. We're running at about 178, which isn't too scary. Where I usually get warm is when I'm going home, because there's some pretty good sized hills on the way home, which are kind of crazy. Hey, another fellow participant on the roads there. I really like this road. It lets the suspension, you know, you can take it a little bit. There's a couple spots for some straightaways. You can turn. When I get on this thing though, I can see that gas gauge moving, and I'm a little nervous we're going to run out of fuel. Not right now, but eventually. We'd probably be able to go one more cruise after this. Just look at the tack. It's so cool to see it just bounce up. Very cool. Brakes on it are pretty good. They're a little on the soft side. Anyways, just wanted to bring you guys out, let you know GTO is making small progress. Once I figure out whatever fixes it, I'll make a video on it in case some of you have that. There's nothing more frustrating than it sounds like it's gonna die, and it's not, but it just doesn't. Something's off in the load tables there, so we'll figure it out. We'll get her fixed one way or another, or we'll replace the stupid system with one that works, like a Holly Sniper's. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully next you'll see me out in Frostbite, because it's been a while since I've just taken him on a joyride. We'll chat with you soon. Well, sometimes things don't go as planned. We've got an O2 sensor on this fuel injection system that I could hear bouncing on the ground, so we pulled over. I've got it tucked up, but I don't have any zip ties, and you kind of see the wire right here. I've got it wadded, kind of just tucked back behind this fuel line, which I think would be enough pressure to keep it. But yeah, we just had this dangling down on the road. You can kind of see the wire right there. And then it just ran up here. I'm glad it didn't hit the header or anything. And we weren't running funny. I think it just switched to a closed loop. So then it bases itself off of RPMs. But I tell you what, we got a nice little shot here. And we're not far from home. That's the sad part. So I'm tempted to just let that be tucked. Look at that thing. Dang. I still love the GTO, even though it let me down today. Look at this stream. Just happened to be a beautiful spot to kind of stop, I guess. Haven't seen a car yet since we pulled over. Cell phone doesn't work, of course. Why would it? Actually, neither cell phone works. So what do? Got my little partner over there in crime. She's riding with me. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. This property is so cool. Looking at the signs and the style of fencing, I would say the same person owns both. But anyways, GTO's first time leaving me stuck on the side of the road. We'll get it fixed and be back on it. Oh man, every time I see this car, it's sick. It's freaking sick. Oh man, this car was a good purchase despite it not running good. Well, I guess it's running good. It's just the wires came undone. So we'll chat with you when we get back to the house, let you know what we did to fix it and kind of show it to you. So see you in a few. All right, we made it home. She's pretty warm. It always gets warm coming up the hill. This is what came apart. You can see down there. I'm going to make sure that's connected good. Got it zip tied now. I had it tucked below this cable, which had some pressure on it. That's just the O2 sensor. Let me see if I can... It just come out and was bouncing down on the floor. So not a huge deal, but nothing you want to have happen. I hope we didn't mess up the sensor. I ran a system check on it, and it checked that it was still good. So that's a positive. But at the same time, you just want to make sure. I'm going to see if I can zip tie that little wire up and find a better spot for it. That's a terrible spot. It's very hot. This motor puts off a ton of heat, which is ridiculous. So anyways, with that, if you can, subscribe. Well, we'll probably have to upgrade the coolant, or the radiator, sorry. The coolant's all brand new. I flushed it, didn't do anything. So we're gonna need a new radiator. We may go electric fan. This does pretty good, but I mean, we're only like 80 degrees outside, and it's not enough for it to do its job anymore. Oh boy. I just think that's cool because I loved those trucks growing up. Those were my dream cars along with this. Never thought I'd have this, but I mean, that owned the streets back in the day. That brought back the muscle car. Those trucks are one of the best looking Chevy trucks besides the 67 to 72s. And well, the GTO, what can you do? It's freaking sick. Get a picture of all three going on there. We'll see you on the next one.